Good morning, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Happy May 9th. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Hi, Kodiak. How are you? Good morning. Allergies just hit, like right as I sat down. So this is going to be an interesting build because I'm going to be stuffy all day. All right, so the R2 is finished. Got a big old sticker. And I'll turn the build camera on. And this is what we ended up with. I finished this the other day. It's kind of a weird angle to look at from here, but it's got its third leg down. It's got feet that rotate a little bit so it can kind of accommodate that third leg sitting down. It's the angle that you get to have this his third leg down is a little weird. Good morning, Brad. Good morning, Good afternoon, Walter. But there's some fun bits in it. Obviously, the little things you push in the back have these things come out. Little claws and little zappers. This is probably more the scomp interface. So that's there. These things kind of pop out. And you don't really see these unless he gets electrocuted or something, and you know, whatever. There's some cool bits up here. You take this off and there's a lightsaber in there. The lightsaber is not really to scale, but it's pretty close. That's Luke's lightsaber from Return of the Jedi. There's nothing that makes this pop up, but it pops up. It's a little sensor like we see in Dagobah, and then later. Head swivels, legs move. It's pretty cool. It's a nice solid set. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. So it's really cool. I like it a lot. Glad I got the leg thing figured out. Thanks to Brad for getting that picture sent over so I knew what was wrong. Yeah, so now it sits on the shelf. And it's a good addition, I think. So yeah. So I'm going to move that back. Give me 1 second. And today we'll be building Imperial Droid. Or as they are otherwise known as Viper Droids, but they were not called Viper Droids in Empire Strikes Back, so we're going by the movie name. Yeah, I've got 1 cup left, and then I'm going to have to brew some more. I make the mistake of, first of all, I made 2 mistakes recently. Happy Mother's Day to anybody who may be watching who is a mom. Please call your mom if you haven't. If you have the ability to call your mom, and she is neither estranged from you nor no longer with us. So yeah. Music's a little loud. What was I talking about? Oh, this has a few stickers on it. This will be another display piece I'll put over with my R2 that I just got, and the Razor Crest and stuff, and the bigger UCS ships, and some other Star Wars things, because I got to fill those shells up with something. So here's your sticker set, and only a couple bags. I might be able to get through it this go round. We shall see. Mother's Day was last weekend there. Right on, right on. Hope you had a good time with your family. Ooh, look at this bag. So if what I know about this is right, these bags usually mean you're going to use 2 or like 1 of each of these pieces, and then the rest you're not going to use. Like I think it was Voltron, where they give you a whole bag of these tools, these pearl gold tools, and you needed you needed the tire iron, and everything else was like not needed, but because it came in the bag, you get the whole bag. So we'll see if that's the same thing here. The legs take a tad long. Okay, good to know. So yeah, right into it. Good morning, everybody. This is not technically an 18 plus set because it has a orange separator. I think that's the distinction. So how? Oh, you got some more on bricks and pieces. That's cool. Yeah, they seem like they're great. I might have to do the same thing. There's a lot of really good parts in here. Sort of the augmented 1x1 round with the bar on it, but it's got a pin on the bottom now. Yeah, some really cool stuff in here. These would be great for microfighters because they're small and they've got different connecting points. So yeah, that'll be neat. Ooh, there's two of them. Cool. Who's played the new Resident Evil game yet? I was made aware of this last stream. I really didn't know much about it other than it was kind of out. And even that was kind of like, is it really? I didn't even know. But watched a trailer and I asked Beth if that's something she would be interested in watching, not playing, and she said she would. So I think I'm going to get it. That plate seems a little faded. Like a different color. Cheaper on Bricks and Pieces than Bricklink. Bricks and Pieces being Lego official place to get the pieces, right? I think they can be cheaper on Lego on Bricks and Pieces because I think Bricklink you can make whatever price you want, and people do. There was a great discussion on Banta Bricks this morning, I think from yesterday actually, but someone was like, so I wanted to get the R2 and I found a local mom and pop toy store that had it, but it was they were selling it for $275. And everyone was like, yikes. And somebody said, so as long as they've got a storefront, scalpers are okay? Because we all get mad at scalpers for buying these and then immediately turning and flipping them on eBay or something like that. But as long as you've got a storefront. So the argument went back and forth of, it takes a lot of money to run a store. And if you want to support local, then realize that it's not always the cheapest and back and forth. So what are your thoughts on that? If you know that a local toy store or local mom and pop type of retailer has something you like, but it's more expensive. Personally, if I could still get it where I get VIP points, I would do that. I mean, I don't mind supporting local restaurants and coffee shops and things like that, but I don't know. Something about supporting local, but they're just selling Lego. It's like, it's Lego, I'd go to Walmart or Amazon or the grocery store. If they had it, I would get it. It doesn't really matter to me if it's a mom and pop place or not. I think there's other ways you could support local. I think Lego is a weird one to do. Because Lego is expensive and you can't really get it retail or wholesale anywhere unless you're buying it in pieces from a bulk program. Like the sets, you just can't. Yeah, I mean, if it was a local place and it was still $200, it's like, okay, great. I would shop there, no problem. But a price hike, like you said, it's like, I get it. They probably had to buy it for $200 to just have it in their store. So it's not like they get a bunch of stuff at cost. Do. So today is my daughter's, it's not only Mother's Day, it's my daughter's birthday. She is 20. Turns the big 2-0. And we're waiting to hear what shenanigans were going to be taking place at their place today, if any. She's not officially legal adult, but she is. Oh no, she is. She's not a drinking age adult yet, though, but she's still an adult as of 3 years ago or 2 years ago. So yeah, that's cool. I'm officially old. Thank you, Brad. I will pass that on to her. Hey, all my stream viewers, say happy birthday. Thank you, Dave. So, if I remember correctly, Walter, you guys went to like a big family lunch or something for your Mother's Day last week? Remember, am I remembering that correctly? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, part of me, I'm glad I'm here in Texas because that's where my family is. At times, I'm not happy that I'm in Texas because some of the politics is kind of crap right now. But at times, I do wish I was back up north with my family. Sometimes I don't. But I know my parents would be thrilled if I was back up there, which is hilarious because I've been gone 20 years. They always say that, when are you moving back here? I'm like, This is gonna be fun. I knew the stand was was really neat looking, so I'm looking forward to finishing this up because I heard it was pretty fun. Mm-hmm. Big lunch with shellfish. I miss me some seafood. I really want to go. There's a local place here called Deckhands. That's kind of a seafoodish Cajun place that's got good oysters and good burgers and stuff like that. And I want to go back. It's not Beth's favorite place because the one time we went, she got really sick afterwards. So I was like, hey, we should go back to Deckhands. And she's like, oh, maybe we shouldn't. Let's go somewhere else. But I miss getting me some oysters. Which, if you're not familiar with oysters, oysters is basically a horseradish and hot sauce delivery method. That's all it is. Put it on a cracker, cover it with a dab of Tabasco, put a little horseradish on it. So delicious. One. I thought I might have the parts for my Home 1 micro in yesterday, but they did not come in. And one. So I was kind of hoping I could start by building that, but maybe Thursday. Love anything that comes out of the sea. I agree. It's all good. Oh. I wonder if I should get the instructions up here instead of the slideshow. Maybe the slideshow for the designing stream and then instructions instead. I should split that up. I should look into that. I need to get a better overlay. I don't know if you can tell, but the overlay moves weird. Like I had to make an overlay that was transparent, but then had these squares that would fit exactly where the videos are. So if I move the videos at all, it looks great, but then, yeah, it's just weird. So like if I move that, it's just odd looking. I need to update this a little bit. It's getting a little stale. Don't remember me Microfighter. Still waiting for parts for finishing Sabine TIE, Ray Speeder, Yoda Starfighter. Sweet. About the TIE Fighter helmet instead of the probe droid. Yeah, I know a lot of people were debating on which one to get. I think also because people were collecting the helmets and the busts. And it seems like a great thing. Like that seems like something I probably should have done. But I just didn't, I feel like I didn't get on it early enough when the Stormtrooper helmets first came out. I think it was just a Stormtrooper helmet. I was like, that's all right. And then, you know, Darth Vader and then the Scout Trooper. And I'm like, maybe. The TIE Fighter. Oh, the TIE Fighter helmet. Excuse me. Right into the mic. Oh. What else is supposed to retire this year? Star Wars related. I think I've got everything that I've wanted. So, I'm not too worried about it. ASMR. Oh yeah, that's sorry about that. I mean, I literally like leaned right into the mic. That was so rude. I. Yeah, I woke up just terrible. I wasn't feeling great. We went out late last night. Or we stayed out late last night and met some friends at our local brewery or pub. Some band parents and some other friends, and tied one on. But I feel like I smoked last night too, which I haven't in a while. And just Stormtrooper and TIE Fighter are the only helmets retiring. Okay, cool. I'm glad you got one then. Two of those. Today may be a good day after I do this too, because we've got training with the puppy later today. But I think between now and then it's going to be a good day to maybe chill out and watch some Great British Bake Off or something. I don't know though. Everyone said it was a very charming and wholesome version of competition cooking shows, but it's still a competition show, and I just don't like. I get really weirded out by people competing in small amounts of time. It just makes me feel bad for them. Especially if I feel like that it's been sort of artificially, like the tension's been artificially ramped up. Which in a cooking show it totally is. Because you're seeing your bit of Hoth. Oh, puppy. What is happening to the puppy? They're playing hard. Golly. I think I just have garbage lungs. I'm constantly coughing. So the host started swearing and saying a bunch of brand names, which made it so the producers couldn't use that footage without copyright issues or rating spec. Aw, that's nice. That's really great. How did you hear about it? Was that like a behind the scenes kind of thing? Yeah, I heard it's a really, really, like, just really sweet show by comparison. Oh, nice. Interesting. I feel like I'm missing a... No, I got them all. I got extra 2 of those. That's... All right. Well, then those are extra, my friends. So now we're on to bag 2. It's bag 5. Come on, extra pieces. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Huh, okay. So I endorsed the show. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad show. And I like hearing the stories about the characters a little bit. The characters, the chefs and the bakers. And I like seeing kind of how they approach their tasks to see if it's, because I'm not a baker or a chef or a cook or anything, but everybody fancies themselves some sort of culinary, at some level, some culinary expertise. And I liked thinking about how I would have approached the project or the problem or the challenge. And it's always fun to learn a little bit too, like certain methods of baking and stuff I would have never thought of. So it's pretty interesting. If nothing, if nothing but that. Oh man. But by the same token, I could watch Binging with Babish or that Weissman guy who's also in Austin. Josh Weissman or Sala. Watch her stuff. And I did that backwards, but that's okay. All right, at some point, okay, thank you. I was going to say, these need to be held together now. Getting a little loose. Gotta cut her loose. Might also just be a good nap day, honestly. Although there are things that I could be doing. I could sort. I could do any number of cleaning jobs around the house. Probably need to go buy a car battery for my car. But I'll probably just end up playing Battlefront all afternoon until we hear what we're doing for dinner. Nice. So TechSlug member finished this today. They watched Empire Strikes Back while they built it, and they said it took them till the end of the credits. So I'm going to see if I can get this done in the course of just this stream without going long. So we'll see how long it takes. And if we go long, we go long. Not much else going on today. Probably also should record a podcast so we can get ahead of the curve. Ahead of the curve. I don't think I'm in the mood for this right now. You see that hole right through, all the way through. That's going to be what this whole thing sits on. Really? Just sits on that without? Okay. Times 2. I'm here for whatever. I'm good for whatever, man. Yeah, I think we're going to PetSmart to get some dog food, but that's about it. Okay, that's gonna be, oh, okay. All right, all right. So we took the puppy to our tap room last night to meet all our friends. And she was the belle of the ball because she's an adorable little puppy. She's basically a toy. Just very small and very cute and very fluffy. We got home that night and you can kind of hold her and Beth goes, "She smells like all our friends." And she did. One of our friends in particular, because she was kind of hanging out with her all night. Or most of the night, but it was pretty sweet. Ooh, that was a satisfying click. Wow. See if we can replicate that. Yeah. It's good stuff, Maynard. Puppies are lots of fun. Yes and no. They are very sweet little animals, but man, they can be a pain in the butt to make not poop everywhere. Plus, she's a little dog already, so she has little dog mentality. So she's kind of bitey and growly already. So you're trying to train puppiness out of her and little dogness out of her, which is the training part's mostly for the humans, so we can communicate better with the dog. ASMR twice today? Yeah. RIP your headphones. Pow! I mean, if I just wanted to, I could just sit here and stir Lego all day. Little gerstelling for you. I don't think that's what the people want. Friend of mine in the lug, he may see this later. He sent me a message this morning. He's like, "Hey, so I saw Michaela, Snot Okay, Bricks, or just Snot Okay, posted about her. She had made a video about, this is my backlog, and she went into her closet and there was like, I don't know, 10 maybe Star Wars sets, mostly Star Wars. And then she posted later an apology video because that wasn't all of her Star Wars sets. And so she went to her storage unit where she had a shelf full of like some art supplies and some other stuff, and then a bunch of sets. She's like, this is my real backlog. And I get it. Not everybody's as fortunate as I am to have a giant room where I can do whatever I want with Lego. Fill it up with storage and sorted parts and mocks and sets, and I can put whatever I want all over the house, that kind of thing. I get it. But he sent me a thing that's like, hey, if you wanted to get views on your channel, you could come look at my storage locker and then go see like a couple other ones that I know I've seen one other guy's, and it's huge. And then one other guy's I keep hearing about but have never seen. I was like, well, first of all, thank you. She hasn't got that many hits off of it. It's not like it's raking in the views, which is not the whole reason I'm doing this anyway. And second of all, it's not even my backlog. It would be somebody else's. Hey, look at this. Look at all this guy's stuff. So I was like, thanks, but that's weird. But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, that would actually be kind of a fun series, the backlogs of TextLug. And I just go to everybody, all the members' places, and say, show me your backlog. Show me what you got. They can be. It depends on if you get how big it is. If it's part of a bigger, if it's temperature controlled, which I would hope that if you're storing Lego that it is temperature controlled, because if it's Texas and it gets hot and humid here, and your bricks are gonna, not fare very well. So, but I don't know how much. I haven't had a storage container for 20 years or so. But the last I checked, they were, I don't know, $70 a month, something like that. Maybe 100, I feel like. I'm kind of out of the loop on it, so I don't really know. But I mean, it's not cheap, but if you've got nowhere to put all your Lego, the other thing is, if Lego's that weird thing where if you're not playing with it, like if you aren't day to day building, taking it apart, building something new, playing it with it, swooshing it around, then you're buying it to display it. And you're buying it to build it once, right? If you don't have the room to display it, buy it, build it, tear it apart, donate it, give it to somebody, resell it, have a a Bricklink shop that you can resell all your opened but only put together once sets. You may not make back what you put into it, but you'll make back something. All right, and this is like that. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Neat. Okay, so we're having lunch today. That's awesome. Can't wait. It'll be fun. Oh, we're doing this 4 times. Do this 4 times. I literally never have a backlog. I buy more parts than sets. My backlog... Oh, they're $200 in Jersey. Wow. My backlog consists of Lego hauls that I need to get rid or sell. Yeah, I don't get many hauls. I wish I did. My hauls are I went and spent too much money at the Lego store. That's my haul. I don't do a whole lot of garage sale hunting around here, or Goodwill hunting. Damn it. I don't like getting used bits as much. I'd rather get a new set, or I don't mind if like someone has a bulk box that they want to get rid of. I'll talk to them about it, but I don't go looking for them. Between buying little bits from Bricklink and then breaking down all the sets that I get, and then from just stuff from the past that I haven't sorted yet, I have plenty to sort through. It's not quite done yet. And if I started looking for like hauls and stuff, I wouldn't know where to put it all. Yeah, I've got one box that I've sat on for a couple of years now. Every time I try to sort, I get like 30 minutes in and I'm just, hand sorting. I'm like, okay, this. So I'm trying to clear off a table that I can start kind of just... I had a... Hey, what's up?
Birthday.
I've been watching.
You've been watching?
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
Also, hi, Ben viewers.
Beth says hi.
Also, your dog peed on the floor.
My dog or your dog?
When she pees on the floor, she's your dog.
Oh, I see. The little one, though.
It is little.
Yeah. Everybody says hi. Everybody says hi. And these are going to be your extra pieces, probably. Oh, there's a tile that I've missed. Did this one have a tile on it? Yes. Okay. These I expect to be extra. That 2x2 was not. Voila. Ici. Bag 3. Sac 3. I also should probably get more of these for microfighters. I've got a bag of 1x2 bricks that are this. That I got for the Capitol to do all the windows and I just have a lot left over, so I've been using those as stands. Oh, all the rolly bits are rolling away. I do have a full bin of Lego, but it's more random junk, yeah. Yeah, I've been doing, I mean, most of the designs that I've been doing are my own. So, I'm buying in like these really small amounts, like 5 pieces, you know. So I'm paying more, it's just eating me alive for shipping. But the only other option is to combine all the wish lists and then buy those pieces in bulk. And I'd like to figure out a way to have like an overall parts list for all the microfighters that I have right now that I still need to buy parts for, which is a lot. But then go through and say, okay, what has the most pieces, right? So I'll buy, I do like a collated sort of, this one piece appears in most sets, so I'm going to get all of those. But while I'm at it, I'm also going to get all the parts for this set. But then you think, okay, well, if there's any other parts in this set that are also very highly, like a high piece count across all mocks, get the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, and the next one. You know, so you're scaling up, and like the last part of that mock is the least. That part appears the least amount of times in all other mocks. So you try to get your maximum shipping per part without like completely going over. Because I'll buy $1 worth of parts and it costs $4 to ship or something like that. So in some cases, I mean, every brick link store is different. But yeah, the struggle is real. And instead of like completely wasting money on it, I try to only do it like once every couple weeks. So I will I'll order parts for one mock, then I'll wait till I get it, then order parts for another mock, instead of like doing 5 at once, right? That's probably not cost effective either, but I've yet to find somebody in my situation who's doing the same thing. I mean, I guess I could talk to Trending Brick and Query Designs and ask them. And then I guess there's another guy who does some of this stuff now too. He's building a lot. He's on follows me on Instagram. I forget his name. Oh my goodness, something is happening with the puppy. And find out their process. It may be the exact same thing. But yeah, the shipping is just... And I if it weren't for the pandemic, I would probably go to... Oh, it's right there. Bricks and Minifigs and just spend all day sitting at their loose pile with a piece, with a parts list, and just go, all right, I need this. But I mean, I could be there all day doing that. I have a hard enough time sorting through my own stuff at home, much less going through somebody's giant pile of stuff, not knowing where any of it is, and just kind of absentmindedly looking through it. Oh, I can feel a sneeze coming on again, but it's going to be one of those sneezes that shows up and then disappears. Buying the Max Drone Microfighter and only... Oh man, totally just lost that piece. Buying the Max Drone Microfighter and only buy the next order when that one arrives. That's kind of what I do, yeah. I need to set up a Bricklink store, but I've never purchased anything on there yet. Do you mean set it up to buy or sell? That's the thing is I can't bring myself to go into Bricks and Minifigs yet, but I've only been in the one by me twice. Take screenshots of all the parts I need, then sift through Bricks and Minifigs, and then as I find parts I need, I delete the picture and move on. Problem is that can take 1 to 2 weeks of waiting. Yeah, it's same, Walter. I kind of overlap a little bit. I say, okay, this one's shipped, and I should have it tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and start parting out the next one. And I'll part out from my own stock. And I usually go through and find 20-30% of the pieces I don't have. Or I know I'm running low, so I'll go ahead and buy that part and then like buy more than I need. And in most cases, I buy more than I need anyway. Because otherwise it doesn't make sense to buy like so little amounts that I'm getting. So I will see these could have been printed. These slopes could have been printed. I know they're all different, but also don't make me put it on after the brick's in place. That's dumb. But yeah, because otherwise I don't know how many I've got currently that I'm still trying to get parts for. A dozen or so. Hand sanitize every 5 minutes. Hip check children away from me. Get off me, you snot bucket. You slime mold. You petri dish of a human being. Alright, so this is rotated to that and done like that. And then another sticker. And the parts that I need usually are they're small pieces. You know, they're these things, they're skates. And I'm sure everybody's digging for those pieces anyway. But at least if you go to Bricks and Minifigs, you can get parts like that and in a bucket with a bunch of other parts, and you're just paying for the size of the bag or the bucket that you get versus this piece is 10 cents or this piece is 20 cents, right? You're just like, all right, I've got $10 worth of Lego here. It might save you in the long run a little bit. You're not paying for shipping, so that's good. I am definitely going to have to try to go back and do more visits there. Where does that go? Okay, goes there. Glazed donut face is not okay. To have all the pieces of the microfighter, I have to get the pieces from outside Portugal, but for the piece price below, I have to search the ones with cheap. Yeah. Nearest Bricks and Minifig is 3 hours away. I've only been there once and it was great. Nice. Yeah, it sucks when it's really far away. The one here is probably about 20 minutes, just down the tollway. So I should go more often. I don't even really go to the Lego store that often. As evidenced by my having no idea that the line for May the 4th was going to be as serpentined as it was. Oh, that's gross, Dave. I like the stores that are like minimum shipping $20, and I'm like, I don't shop from them. I just don't. Oh, the glare. Like, I realize that you can set your own store policies, and that's fine, and I wish you lots of luck, but minimum buy of $20, you know, flat shipping of whatever, and you're like, okay. Which I mean, it weeds people out. It weeds some people out. I get it, but I'm also not gonna shop there. Ooh, cool. Yeah, that is a problem. I do shop around a little bit, but I have I mean, shopping within the country, I can usually split it between 1 or 2 stores and have it be a couple bucks. Like I try to get it down to a couple bucks. But again, it's not all the pieces. Like I have usually 50 to 80% of the pieces already. Sometimes I have all the pieces for the microfighter I'm making, so I don't worry about it too much. But yeah, sometimes it's just like it's rough. I don't have any idea where this goes. I think there? Sure, why not? And sure, why not? Closest one is in another state. You're in Kentucky, right, Connor? We've chatted. Is that correct? Yeah, I didn't think there was a Lego store in Kentucky. But there's a Bricks and Minifigs. Is it in Paducah? Oh, you're in Wisconsin. Maybe you're the one I was thinking was in Wisconsin then. That makes sense. Oh, all the little bits. All the little bits. My family originally was from Wisconsin. It's where my dad was born. My grandparents. I don't know where. I think outside of Madison. So, of course, the whole family's Green Bay fans. Oh, Mall of America. Oh, okay. That's in St. Paul, though, isn't it? Did I get everything there? Okay. Okay. Here's this. Stand that. And then times 5. I like how they break it up. Do this times 5. That keeps you from forgetting what number you're on. I have yet to go to the Mall of America, but I hear it's kind of nice. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. Okay. This is kind of how I was going to try to do my mock with the T16, the T16. Just a big tower of trans bricks, but I mean it was like this tall. You know, it was 3 times this size. So I had to do like 2x2s and then rotate the 2x2s, and even then it was like. Rrr. All right, here's that. Haul. And if we just left it like this, it's a UFO. So that's what we got so far. There were a boatload of extra pieces. Look at all this. That's pretty nice. The skate, roller skate, ice skate. A couple of these different colored hollow 1x1s. I like these bulbs. Another bit of bar, pearl gold bar. The NYC store is weird. I was really excited to go when we were there because I told Beth, I'm like, we need to go to the Lego store when we're in New York. And she's like, we have a Lego store in Austin. I'm like, I know, but it's in New York. And I was just like assuming it was going to be great. And it's 2 levels, right? And it's not, I mean, it's like if you took our Lego store, now they have a lot more statues. Like they had a lot more stuff built that you could look at, but the selection wasn't. Yeah, like the stairs are weird and the different sections. I think they're trying to cram that store into a place that was 2 different smaller stores originally, which is why it was weird like that. And it is a mess. It's like right next to Rockefeller, I think, if I remember correctly, and there's just so many people, and most of the time they're just going through it to go through it. They're not really even there to get anything. But I thought it'd be fun to go because I had this weird image of getting something that was specific to the store, and then I realized that like our Austin store doesn't have that. I don't think we went to the Flatiron one. I think we went to the one that's that was next to Rockefeller, which is that 2-story weird one. But I will say they were closing while we were there. This was pretty cool. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm in New York. I got the Brickheads, this thing, right? This is all I got. And then because of that, I got this. So they just gave this to me because I was there and it was closing, and I got it signed by the guy who made it, Mark Smiley, at a convention. So yeah, I was there. I was like, oh, cool. And so I had my sig fig with me, and I took a picture of the cash register. And like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm going to post this on my stream later. And he's like, oh, you stream? And I was like, yeah, I'm part of the Tech Slug group and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, cool. And he kind of looked around and just went, bam. And I was like, sweet. Yay. I can't tell. All right, so like that. Yeah, I was looking for one of those. I think it was currently a, I didn't really see any. But I wanted to get, like, they had a Yoda with that too, and I couldn't find any. Again, we were just ducking in to see what it was like. I didn't expect really to buy anything, but I couldn't really find a whole lot. Still fun. I mean, the trip in itself was fun, so. Are you okay? Just having a hard time with the puppy. Oh, they're in the build a minifig. That figures. Yeah, these legs are going to take a while, aren't they? Although, look at these nice pieces. Gonna get a bunch of those for thrusters and whatnot. So I probably should get one because I've got, like, I don't know if you can see my New York section right there. It's got the Empire State Building and the 2 Statues of Liberties, and then the Statue of Liberty magnet up there, and then over there is the what is it? what's the word? Oh my God, my brain. I just had such a senior moment right now. Not Armageddon. Not Annihilation. No, I can't think of it. It's the Statue of Liberty that's leaning over from the Lego 2 movie. No, I can't think of it. Where do you all buy Lego from? Do you primarily buy from Lego and Bricklink? Yes. I will occasionally buy from a third party outside of Bricklink, but I try not to because I feel like I get burned on it in the past. And Apocalypseburg, that's what that is. So yeah, I could probably have all these with that and be like, this is the New York section of my displays. But the Apocalypseburg footprint is very wide and it doesn't fit on a lot of shelves. So I get most of my brick from Lego Store or Lego Online or Bricklink. Bulk stuff, I haven't got a whole lot from people, so it's hard to say. I bought some, like I bought about $300 worth of stuff for my brother, and been given bulk stuff. We also get some stuff from our lug if they get extra support from Lego. But yeah, it's here and there. You get most of yours from Bricks and Minifig, but also visits a small store called Minifigs America, though it's a little too far north for me sometimes. We used to have a store here, and I don't know if it's still open. It was called Ann's Toy Depot. And then we had another lady open a store called Creative Brick Builders, and they had sets and minifigs, but they also did, her store also did play date kind of stuff. And now we get to crack into these guys. So that was a very cool place. She still has her online presence, but they had to close the store, which is kind of sad. So I would get stuff from there too. You could also volunteer to help. Inventory their stuff, and she would give you a discount if you helped do that. Ann's Depot is always really good about making sure that lug people got like first dibs on stuff when she got it. So it was very cool. The missing piece. That's super cool. Oh, so many sub-assemblies. Yeah, these legs are complicated, man. You ain't kidding. Oh, that's a bad print. That's gonna be on there forever. Could you hear it when I put it on there? Oh, I don't know how to get that apart. I don't know if that's ever gonna come apart. Yeah, these two are together forever. I don't know if you heard it. Oh, it's like nails on chalkboard. It's got that feeling that the really badly badly molded reddish brown had for a while that was gonna fall apart. It sounded like that. It kind of squeaked. Oh. Well, I assume you just mean like that. Put it on the other way, and then like this. It squeaked like it's never gonna come apart. All right, well, which one is that? Well, now hang on a second. I think I got these on the wrong sides. I don't think it matters, but yeah, it totally matters. All right, well, now I'm kind of... I'm going to look at the bottom of this real quick because I think I got some stuff on here weirdly. Thanks, our effing parts usage. All right, so I took these off and I put them on the other way. Now let's make sure. Because I thought I was following all the steps right. Oh, and I wasn't. It should be like this. Don't know how much it matters. I think I could probably... Just do this. Probably be the easiest thing. Yeah. That way the stickers don't move. These guys are colored the right way. Okay. Fair enough. Moving back. All right. So that means this guy is going on here. Like so. Tell you what, those clips on bars things don't have a lot of tension. Anyway, yeah, I lined it up with the stickers better. I was just able to swap two parts of it. I think we're good. Oh, that's a neat part. What is this? Where is it? That's not it. Oh, cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's an interesting little bit. Yeah, I've never seen that. Awesome part. I might get another one of these just to have for pieces. Because, I mean, it was only 60 bucks, 50 bucks, something like that. Just get a second one and part it out. There's some good pieces in here. You don't get this sort of old school blaster flashlight thing often. All right. Plus these bits that came in that separate little baggie, they're all this like shiny dark blue or dark gray, like gunmetal gray. I got a few from the Overwatch set. I have a ton of them from clearance. Very cool. I got the big set for $7 2 years ago. Which big set? Oh, those pieces? Yes. making all the candlesticks and all these pin holding clips. Oh, the rocket one. Right on, right on. Got a good the barbell. Yeah, I like all this stuff. This does seem like it may be a little fragile though with some of these connections, but that's okay. Can't really see. Oh, it goes there. Come on, glare. All right, next set of legs. Never parted out a set and doubt I ever will. Well, if you, when you're done building a set, do you just keep it up all the time? Do you take it apart once you're done? Or do you keep it up forever? Because if you, I mean, I get it. It's different if you buy a set and then don't put it together and just immediately part it out. That's one thing. I understand that. If I build it, I keep it. Mm-hmm. If I kept everything that I've ever had built, I would have no room in this house for anything else. I have so much old space stuff. M-Tron, Futron, Space Police 1 and 2, Blacktron 2 mostly. UFO, Spyrions, Explorians, like the weird 90s space themes with the bugs. And then all the Star Wars stuff. I wouldn't have a room for anything else. But just started 2 years ago. That's fair. Yeah, I started 38 years ago, something like that. I've tried to keep most everything I've had, but sometimes I haven't been able to keep it because I've moved or had to get rid of some stuff for reasons. The only reason I get rid of Lego is to buy more Lego. And that's, I mean, that's a fair take. I'm kind of thinking that I may be to that point where it's like, I don't need a lot of these things. And if I weren't to buy them, I'm okay with maybe buying them and then like immediately turning around and getting rid of them. We've got a children's hospital thing here that our lug helps. Not this last year because we really can't, but we will take sets too and kind of gift them to the kids. And I'm thinking something along those same lines. If I cleaned them and rebagged them, they wouldn't be in the box anymore, but like I would have the fun of building it once. Maybe I should just open a bricklink shop. I don't know. Just seems like such a headache. I don't plan, nobody plans on making money off a bricklink shop anyway, but at the same time, it'd be nicer to get rid of this stuff in a way that benefits me a little bit or benefits somebody other than the person who just gets it. That's cool, Connor. I'm almost to that point where I'm trying to figure out if I can start selling some used. I would, and I wouldn't be the Bricklink Storp that, you always go find a set and it's like, it doesn't have the minifigures. It's like, well then, crap. I would be like, nope, I built it once. It's yours now. I don't want it. But then again, maybe I would want the pieces. I don't know. Which is why I break down everything almost like right away. I'll build it once and then break it down and just sort it out. But that sorting process has gotten really lax lately. All right, this is gonna go like so in here. This is a little drill poking out. So we got that. Yeah, see, that's very loose. All right, new bag. What are we at? 1117, bag 5. These are not extras. These are out of those 2 bags, and I think probably only going to need a handful of pieces out of that. And the rest of those are free. More ships on less space. That is very true. I think that's going to be 1 arm, probably. Uh-oh. All right. Ooh, I don't think I've seen one of those. With the handle? Maybe I have. I don't know. Oh, that's awesome, Brad. Yeah, when my kids were young and they wanted to play with the Lego, because I had a bunch of stuff put together and kind of on display at the old house, I was kind of like, you know what? At first I was like, no, don't touch it. And then after a while I was like, but why? It's just, I can put it back together if it breaks. My only concern was that it left the house. I'm like, don't let it leave the house, but you can do whatever you want with it. And they did. And it I lost some pieces, sometimes my fault. I was trying to show the kids one time how stable the Saturn V was. And so I was holding it sideways by the middle of it. And I just kind of went like this, and the whole thing went in half. And just pieces went everywhere. I'm like, And I just laughed. And I have a reputation of having a bit of a temper, so when it happened, Beth and the kids were all like just waiting for me to explode, and I just started cackling. I'm like, well, I can always put it back together, Phew, Dad isn't gonna murder somebody. Phew. Oh yeah, I lost so many Lego to the yard. We would do a thing where we would build big spaceships. We would build Benny's spaceship, basically. Big triangular looking things with, laser cannons all over the place. And we would put them on the handlebars of our bikes and ride them up to the rec center and fly them around the playground equipment and have giant epic space battles. And then, because we were dumb kids, we were like, well, we don't want to ride them home now. We got them up here, and it was kind of a dodgy enterprise, so let's leave them up here. So we would dig big holes in the sand and bury them and leave them for the next day. and come back and play with them. And we would do that a couple times and then finally take them home. Well, that process lost us a lot of Lego. Because, you know, stuff breaks off and gets buried in the sand. And we would do the same thing. We would throw them, be like, flying ship, and, you know, 1x6 sticks, plates would snap because of the force of the whole thing. Oh, that's slick. That is so nice. Aw. So that's what you need for, like, landing gear right there. Or, like, you know, doors that open. Like, if this was your bay door and it opened and a ramp lowered. That would be so cool. Ugh. How come I haven't seen this before? I'm just so excited about this right now. Okay. Like so. Yeah, and we got Lego like at the height of spaceship renaissance kind of thing, where we were building Buck Rogers ships and Star Wars ships and Battlestar Galactica ships, and everything was a Viper or a Thunder Fighter or an X-Wing. Just having the times of our lives with these. Arctic Fox Gaming. Among Us. Among Us. All right. Thanks for dropping in and dropping that bit of stuff. Appreciate that. Nope, don't need those. I need that guy and that guy. And then he clips onto that guy. Like so. Oh, that's so slick. Oh, this is my favorite arm. That's neat. Super neat. Time to make some lunch. Enjoy the rest of the build and the stream. Thank you, Brad. Thanks for being here. It is getting to be 11:30, but I think we're going to push through with one more bag and get this sucker donezo. But you have a great rest of your day. Say hi to your mom. I feel like Mark Wahlberg. Say hi to your mom for me. How's your mom doing? Is she good? Say hi to her for me. If you have a good relationship with your mom, I should say. I don't know. That's a neat piece. Look at a little laser gun, little laser cannon thing. Look how shiny. Currently building a modular bookshop. Excellent. I'm just happy about these truncated cones. These like almost Fez truncated cone BB-8 heads. Yeah, this seriously may be a set that I just go part out. I could use all of this stuff, like repeatedly. Especially these guys. These are neat tools and whatnot. These silvery tool bags. Which one I say is which? And these, oh, look at that. Are these bolts the same? Yeah, so these are the same studs on either side. These would be great for like flipping this, you know, doing some snot builds. You get a couple of these together. Oh, wow. Just possibilities. The possibilities are endless. My daughter wants to say thank you for all the Microfighter mocks that you have. Her name is Mariana. Thank you, Mariana. Hi, how are you? You're welcome. I hope you enjoy them as much as I've enjoyed building them or designing them. I hope you have fun building them. That is very sweet. Thank you, Walter. Have you ever bought anything from Rebrickable? I want to say that I have, but I can't remember what it was. Where does this guy go? It's on one of these guys. Okay, like that. I've downloaded a couple things from Rebrickable, but I don't know that I've ever bought anything. That may change because I found a couple models that I really like, and I want to support the people who design them, so I want to make sure to throw some cash their way for, you know, putting the effort into designing great stuff. And the instructions are not easy to do, so anytime somebody's got a nice set of instructions, I want to support that effort. Are you looking at getting something? I wish Rebrickable had a better, like, I think it's got kind of a forum thing, but I don't think it's really tied to your designer thing. There's no way to like make a community kind of out of just your stuff. It's hard to keep track of any comments that come in because they don't percolate up. If somebody comments on something, you don't see it right away. You kind of have to go into each model and look at it. Oh, weird. This actually has no extra pieces in this section. My guess is this goes on the other. Yes. I don't like that it's kind of fixed, but it's got a good look. All right. Rebrickable has a lot of cool alternate builds for some modular buildings. Yep. So I'm thinking of buying something from them. Recently got another Palace Cinema, so I'm thinking of buying instructions to combine them together, make a big cinema. A multiplex, if you will. All right, so last bag. It's 11:30. Normally we'd stop right about now, but we got one bag left. Not quite noon. Let's finish this bad boy up. And then I'm going to go take a nap. Yeah, I like when people, that seems to be a common thing, especially in Rebrickable, is people will they'll take the 3-in-1 sets and they'll get 3 of them and they'll build into one big thing, like a big animal or a big plane or something like that. But they'll say if you had 3 of these, you could make whatever. They also do the modular mods, either combining or like you said, get 2 of them and make one big version of it, which I think is really cool. There was one set that was kind of before Rebrickable was a really huge thing. There's this guy who had a set on Ideas that didn't make it, and it was a construction site. I kind of still want to make it because it looks really cool, and I think it would look good in a city display. I don't have a city display, but if we did one, like if I went to a convention where we're going to display a bunch of stuff, I think it would look great there. But it was like a half-built building, or maybe a half-torn-down building, and it had a sky crane, and it had like a big section where you could tell that's where the construction crew worked out of, and then there was like a big tank for water, and you know the bricks were being kind of half torn down. I was like, oh, that'd be great. So I pieced it out because it didn't make it on Ideas, and so the designer put it up for free, and you said you could download it and then you can get the parts and here's the instructions. I'm like, awesome. So I pieced out, I got all the parts that I had in my stock and then pieced the rest out, and it was still like $200-300. I was like, ugh. So that sat for a long time not being done, but I still kind of wanted to do it. So if you ever find it and build it, it's really great. Wish you could build your TIE Fighter helmet, but you have no place to put it. That is a tragedy. I do like there's an instruction in here that's an off-centered, right, a rotated bit. There was an instruction in the R2 that was, it showed it from the top, and it's like, this is going to be off by 5 degrees, 10 degrees. This is how it should be. And you're like, really? It's just stuff you don't see, I think, from Lego a lot. And it was really kind of neat. Because that's how I build stuff, you know. You're like, are you guys taking more? I think they're taking more and more cues from the styles of building that are in the community right now. It was very cool. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was telling everybody. They're like, I just don't have room for this. I'm like, well, I can definitely hold it for you. I'll build it and display it and dust it. That's a very interesting use for that click hinge, is just sticking a half pin and a tile. That's never coming out either. That's never going to come out. I don't know how they expect us to take this apart later, but never coming out. Unless you can get to it from the back, which I don't think you really can. But yeah, this, where's the other one? This setup right here. Yeah, this half pin into here. That's never coming out. You can kind of get to it from back inside there. You can see it in there, right? But I don't know how you would get that out of there. Pliers. Until you put this thing on there. And now how do you get that off there? It's crazy. They're like, no, this is never going to be taken apart. It's a display piece. Fair enough. Oh, yeah, look at all these. Lots of those. And lots of these. I wish they were in a color other than black, but I'll take it. And turn it over, and one more. Do these barely stick out though? Seem like they stick out a little farther than that. I mean, whatever. Oh, this glare is getting on me. So, who's got good plans for this the week? What do y'all got going on? Any external to the U.S. holidays, Walter, in the next week? Work. Celebrates wife's birthday. Very good. Very, very good. Plan to get some stuff listed on eBay. Nice. Yeah, I guess I should ask what the Lego purchasing for everybody is, too. I feel like we're at a bit of a standstill until August for Star Wars. But there is some other stuff coming out, right? Yeah, I like that. It's just off-centered. Just put it like that at a little bit of an angle. Dinner, both my grandmas tonight, so I'm driving between those. Monday, I have an appointment for my sweet kitten Garlic. Have learned she has tapeworms. Oh no. You need to get that treated. I hope missing pieces arrive next week. Yes, already spent $300, so I'm hoping no more purchases. Yeah, I've spent entirely too much. This last haul was about $350. I'm like, ugh. And I've got Lug Bolt coming up, which is another $150 that I have to set aside for. So I'm hoping I'm hoping that's it. Like somebody's got a gun to my head telling me I need to spend money. Because that is not the case. This is a very, very cool way this is all built together. I really like this all. Very smart. Oh, there's a lot of pieces in this one. I hope I don't miss any in this step. At both grandmas. So for Mother's Day, you're going to both your grandmas? All right. 1, 2, 1. That. Okay, I think we're good. Moving on. She'll be okay. I'm just bummed that it took me as long as it did to notice. I mean, because that's I don't think you can see much, but it's like their appetite. Like they don't eat a lot, or they do eat a lot. I think they eat a lot, but aren't gaining any weight. They're losing weight. And that's, I guess, in a kitten, kind of hard to see. If she's not putting on any weight, that would make sense, though. If you're expecting her to. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, God. That's a heck of a bit of a drive. There's no such thing as spending too much money on Lego. I would like to refer you to my wife, who, bless her, has not said much about it. But every time I talk about buying new stuff, she kind of goes, okay. And she has reminded, now we do have a wedding we're saving for. And I'm like, I know. And I don't touch the savings all that much, so we should still be okay. Oh, yeah, she's expelling them. Yeah, and she's not gaining weight. That's a problem. But it's treatable, so she'll be fine. She'll be good. Automatically put this together cockeyed. Nice. I have a problem with the money. Yeah, I'm not great with money. The older I get, the more it just sort of defaults into have I forgotten to pay a bill? No. Am I bankrupt? No. Okay. Then I'm doing okay. Like, I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to have any kind of retirement when I get older, other than whatever's in Social Security. Just not a good money person. So what I should be doing, now that I have a little bit of money, or making a decent living, is like buying more Lego, but, you know, having some put aside. But I don't ever think like that. I'm just like, give it to me. Let me build it. Put it in my face. All right, one. And then one. Ah. Let me put that other piece on first. There. Yeah, this little bit's getting complicated. I think it's pretty far away that you guys can't really see what I'm doing. I should probably close that a little bit. But you can kind of see the complications, the complexity that's going on around here. It's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, I just haven't been able to think of it as an investment yet. None of this is an investment. Like, I haven't... Every time I bring something home, I open it. So, I mean, I've immediately negated any investment. But I still want to build it and display it and, you know, stuff. So that would mean buying more of them to just hold on to and then sell it later. I just don't have the brain for that. Yeah, I keep the instructions, but most of the time, I'll keep an idea set box, but I don't keep anything else. I keep the instructions. I keep the instructions for everything. I don't know why. I've always kept the instructions for everything. I don't think I need to. So I don't know. I don't know what a good strategy would be here. I have a feeling like investing in Lego for investing is probably not like a huge... Where did I miss that step? Oh, it's right there. Okay. I just don't know if that's something my brain can do. I mean, I guess I could have bought. I don't know. I feel like the initial push to get something first, it's like you have to save up to get that initial thing to start the ball rolling, because everything is paying for itself as you go. It's like flipping houses. So 3 of those. You have to save up to get that one, and then you buy it, and then you fix it up, and then you sell it. But then the sale of that one helps you get the next one. So buying a bunch of Lego now is the startup cost. And then you just hold on to it for a little bit and then sell it all at a given time. But then you have to watch the market and find out when it's the most advantageous to sell it. Which is, I'd rather be building and designing. At that point, it becomes that's what you do. If I buy it on Facebook groups, I just say, send me the pieces and the manual, forget the box. Send it on the cheap mail if possible. That's pretty smart. And I'm kind of done with Facebook group buying. That stuff's for the birds. Got burned one too many times with that. Like, I did 3 in a row, 3 right together, and all 3 of them had problems. It's like the only time I've ever used Facebook to buy anything, and all 3 of them were like sketch. Yeah, and buy one, save, build one, and then save the other. And that's kind of what I would want to do. The problem is, if I went through a thing like this where I buy $300 worth of stuff, then it's like now I'm buying $600 worth of stuff. And I don't know what to do about how long you save it. I don't know. So, Connor, I will say that the Facebook stuff, I would only do cash in person. You meet them in a place, you have cash. They bring the thing, you look it over, and you decide if it's worth the cash that you're spending on it. I wouldn't do shipping. I wouldn't do PayPal first and I'll hold it for you and then we'll do an exchange later. I would do only cash in person. That's the only way to really do that with Facebook Marketplace. Anything else is the reason being is if you get screwed over, PayPal considers a lot of their transactions to be cash and there's no protections against that. So you might as well just have cash on hand. Oh, this is such a satisfying little build. This was like building the International Space Station. All these little bits. Look at all them little bits. Come on, focus. Come on, focus. Look at all them little bits so far. Oh, focus better than that. Come on, I know you can. I know you can focus better than that. All right, so... Oh, we're so close to being done. Did I lose my music? Did I play through all the songs available? Some of these builds are a little dodgy. I like it. Little angles. It's like this may not really fit, but push it up against that anyway. Don't worry, it'll all work out. All these little sensor clusters, I love it. That's so great. I think it depends on if you know the people in the groups. Yeah, I bought something from a member of our lug, and that was fine. Like, we met at Bricks and Minifigs, and I sent her the PayPal, and it was fine. But it's the I don't know you from anybody, and I don't trust that you'll take this transaction seriously. And that was my fault the one time that I had a problem with that, because I was just like, yes, I'm a trusting person. Of course they'll be there with the stuff. And of course they weren't. And they just basically took my money. And when I tried to fight it, they got all kinds of bent out of shape and all this kind of stuff. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just never going to do that again. Not unless I know you or you can be there, and I will not give any money until you show up with the item. Again, that was my fault. Should have known better. Should have known better. Oh, there it is. Song sounds like Doogie Howser. Sort of bell keyboard kind of thing. Some of the even old of the stuff I want or buy and just send when the value of the ship is good. Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing to do too. Four of those. 3 each of these. 1, a 2, 3. Uh-oh, sticker time. Stop. Sticker time. All right. Okay, not bad. Not bad, not bad. One and 2 and 3. That's it. Okay, 1. Ooh, silver skate. And another one of these. Now put this on the thing. Like so. Very nice, very nice. Oh, c'est ça. Look at all these extra pieces. They're all one-off pieces, so I may have one too many of these, but I can't really tell. And all these guys, look at all them. Yay. These especially are going to be great. These 3-prong things and these double-sided, because they're double-sided. Oh, it's going to be nice. All right, so extra pieces aside, here's your final product. Right at 2 hours. And apparently it is very stable. Like if I wanted to tip it back like that, it won't fall. Yeah, so the arms, there's a couple dangly arms. Like if you did this, you could see these 2 little dangly ones, and that's fine. A lot of them are mobile to some extent. Their claws open and close. They'll move around a little bit. It's very cool looking. Head, of course, rotates. And it's just sitting in here like that. Oh, see? Well, now I know, don't I? I don't know where it went. Here. All right. So yeah, they're mostly held in by clips and bars. So that aspect of it's a bit fragile. One of these arms doesn't, it rotates, but it doesn't bend. So you got to be careful of that. If you can see that one. This one doesn't bend. It's bent, but it's permanently bent. So you have to kind of be careful how you move that. But I mean, you know, I'm tipping it. It's not going anywhere. That's a little scary. But yeah, and then it, you know, just kind of sits in, there's nothing in there. It's just a tile. So it just sits in there like so. So there you go. This was a fun build. I liked all the little greebling and all the little sensor pods on the head. I think there was a lot of neat little snot angled one by one round things going on here to look at. It seems really fun, and it's a pretty little display. So thanks for being here, everybody, and I'll be back on Thursday, maybe with Greg, to build X-Wings and TIE Fighters, and if he's not available, I will go back to doing, and no, I didn't buy any of the other helmets. I didn't buy any helmets. I think if you're asking Walter or Kodiak, and Brad's gone. But yeah, so I'll be back on Thursday to either do more designs, microfighter designs, maybe get back into, maybe take a break and do a big design. We'll work on the Beggar's Canyon design. We'll see how that rolls. So yeah, thanks for coming by, everybody. Have a happy Mother's Day, and be safe, and we'll see you in a few days. That's it. Take care. Bye.